I mean, it's you could argue that it was, maybe a poor schedule, and maybe they could schedule him on a bigger court. Yes, but again, she's Alex Eala. That's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's a big interest.
Novak Djokovic has officially spoken out about the Alex Eala situation at the Australian Open. And listen to this, he did not sugarcoat a single word. Alex Eala, the Filipino tennis prodigy and a source of massive pride for the Philippines, was eliminated in the first round of the Australian Open. But hold up, this wasn't just about how she played on the day. According to Djokovic and plenty of sharp observers, the WTA's handling of her match setup played a serious role in how things unfolded. And Novak, he's putting them on blast. Alex Eala came into the Australian Open carrying real momentum and real expectations. She's not just another name in the draw. She is widely regarded as the greatest tennis talent the Philippines has ever produced. That's not hype, that's reality. She's been rewriting history, elevating Filipino tennis, and forcing the global scene to pay attention. She's earned respect, she's earned fair positioning, she's earned equal footing with players at her tier. So what did she receive? A smaller court assignment. Yes, you heard that right. Despite her resume, despite her rising profile, despite everything she has delivered, the WTA placed Alex Eala on a smaller stage when many believe she merited a bigger prime-time court. And Novak Djokovic caught that immediately. He didn't just observe it quietly, he addressed it publicly, and he made it clear he viewed it as mismanagement by the WTA. In Djokovic's view, Alex Eala stands as the greatest tennis player the Philippines has ever seen and should be treated accordingly. Yet the respect hasn't matched the resume, the fairness hasn't matched the performance, and that questionable handling may have played a part in her early exit. Now, some critics might shrug and say, it's just a court placement. How much impact can that really have? Let me explain something. It can change everything. Court size, crowd proximity, atmosphere, lighting, even subtle surface variations. Those details absolutely influence performance, especially under Grand Slam pressure. But here's where it gets even more concerning. This doesn't feel random. It aligns with a broader pattern of treatment Eala has encountered during her WTA journey. And if you followed her rise, you already recognize the trend. Let's rewind to one moment that still raises eyebrows. During the Australian Open qualifiers, something unfolded that stunned the crowd. Eala was locked in a crucial rally early in the first set. She struck a shot that was undeniably unmistakably clear. The entire stadium could see it. The mark on the surface backed it up. The ball's path was textbook. By every fair standard, the point was hers. And then came the out call.
Alex a little bit annoyed now. That's the second time that has happened with that same linesman.
That alone would have been bad enough, but hold up, it actually got worse. Instead of simply giving the point to her opponent, which still would have been the wrong call, but at least a firm decision, the officials chose to replay the entire point. If you understand tennis, you already know that's not how this sport operates. You don't replay rallies just because there's uncertainty. The ball is either in or it's out, period. A ruling gets made and the match moves forward. But somehow, when Alex Eala is involved, the standard procedure suddenly feels flexible. And here's what I respect about her. She didn't just nod and walk away. She approached the chair umpire, calm, composed, but unwavering. And she basically let it be known, I see what's happening. You could hear the certainty in her tone and see the fire in her expression. She wasn't intimidated. She wasn't about to be bullied. She understood the moment and addressed it right there in real time. And guess what? Through all that disruption, through the questionable decisions and the clear attempt to rattle her, Alex Eala still won that match. She fought through it. She stayed mentally locked in and advanced all the way to the Australian Open qualifying finals. That's the level of resilience we're talking about. But listen to this, it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about what unfolded in her match against Iga Świątek. If you're not deep into tennis, here's the context. Iga Świątek is among the elite in the sport. Multiple Grand Slam titles, former world #1, a dominant force on tour. For a rising player like Eala to even hang tough in that matchup is impressive on its own. And here's the part that matters. She wasn't just hanging around. She was executing at a high level. She was trading blows with Świątek point for point, standing firm against one of the sport's biggest names. The crowd energy was shifting. She was putting herself in position for what could have been a massive upset. And then, out of nowhere, an official interrupted things over items in her backpack. Yes, her backpack. In the middle of a high-stakes battle, just as Eala was building rhythm and confidence, an official chose that moment to create an issue about her bag. But here's what really raised eyebrows. It wasn't handled discreetly. It was announced loudly enough for everyone in attendance to hear. The situation painted her as if she had broken rules, placing her under scrutiny in front of thousands inside the arena and millions watching worldwide. Now pause and really think about what that does to an athlete mentally. You're locked in, you're battling at the highest tier against one of the best players in the world, and suddenly you're being spotlighted and embarrassed over something minor. That's designed to shake you. That's meant to disrupt your rhythm and plant doubt at the exact second you need belief the most. That kind of psychological tactic doesn't belong in professional sports, period. And this is exactly why Novak Djokovic stepping in matters. Djokovic isn't just another opinion in the media cycle. He's one of the greatest players to ever pick up a racket. 24 Grand Slam titles, nearly 2 decades dominating the sport. He understands elite competition, and he absolutely understands the difference between professionalism and mismanagement. When someone with Djokovic's resume calls something out, the tennis world pays attention, and they should, because his argument holds weight. Eala deserves better than this. She deserves consistency. She deserves equal footing and the same respect given to every other athlete on tour. The WTA needs to seriously evaluate how these situations are handled. Court placements shouldn't feel selective, officiating shouldn't feel inconsistent, and young stars from nations like the Philippines shouldn't have to battle institutional hurdles along with world-class opponents. So let me ask you, where do you stand on this? Do you agree with Djokovic that the WTA mishandled Eala's situation? Have you noticed a pattern in how certain calls and decisions seem to impact her matches? Drop your perspective in the comments. I genuinely want to hear your take. And let's show real support for Eala. She's already pushed through adversity, and she's not slowing down anytime soon. The talent is there, the mental strength is undeniable, and now influential voices like Novak Djokovic are backing her publicly. If you value this kind of coverage and want more tennis breakdowns that go beyond the surface, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Tap that like button, share this with other tennis fans, and help keep the conversation honest about the sport we care about. Until next time, stand up for fairness in tennis, and I'll catch you in the next video.